In the Peruvian desert, where the land is dry enough to preserve footprints for centuries, huge shapes stretch across the sand. A monkey with a curling tail, a hummingbird with wings wide as a football field, geometric grids, straight lines running 4 miles, triangles carved into the earth. These are the Nazca Lines, etched between 500 BCE and 500 CE. Archaeologists say they were ceremonial, made to honor the gods. But what if they weren't just prayers written on the ground? What if the Nazca Lines are a celestial circuit board? Seen from the ground, they're scratches and dust. Seen from the sky, they snap into focus precise, sprawling, deliberate. Some scholars think they align with solstices or constellations, but the sheer number hundreds of shapes and lines suggests something bigger. Imagine them not as art, but as components. Lines as wires, figures as nodes. The desert is a giant board where heaven and earth connect. From a native perspective, symbols aren't just drawings. They're alive. A sand painting heals. A hoop dance restores balance. A petroglyph carved into stone carries prayers for generations. The Nazca may have taken that principle and scaled it up, carving prayers big enough for the sky to read. But what if the sky wasn't just gods in clouds, but forces in the cosmos? Maybe the lines weren't for eyes, but all they were for energy. Think of how circuits work. Energy flows along paths, activates nodes, and creates a field. The Nazca Desert, baked under sun, holds minerals that lay out miles of channels in geometric order. And you may get more than art. You may get resonance. Imagine standing in the middle of a Nazca glyph. As the sun beats down, you're not just standing on dirt, you're standing inside a machine, alive with energy, humming with connection. Some pilots flying over the desert report odd sensations, disorientation, static in radios, compasses spinning, coincidence, or trace of a field still alive. Scientists dismiss it, but to those who walk the lines, there's a feeling of being inside something bigger, something designed. And why the animals? Monkey, hummingbird, spider. Maybe they weren't decorations, but functions. Each animal tied to a constellation above, forming circuits between earth and sky. The lines could have been a kind of interface, a way to plug the human world into cosmic forces, the way a circuit board plugs into electricity. Imagine shamans walking the lines in ritual, not just in prayer, but in activation. Their chants, footsteps, and offerings turned the desert into a living circuit. The sky responded with rain, fertility, visions. To the Nazca, it was sacred. To us, it looks like technology, written in symbols instead of silicon. Here, as a haunting thought, what if the Nazca learned this from older teachers, refugees of a lost world, or visitors from beyond? Maybe they were shown how to carve the desert to speak with the heavens. The designs we puzzle over could be blueprints, a language of geometry meant to guide us if we ever forget. Picture the desert at night, torches flickering, shamans tracing the monkey S. Spiral tail, voices rising. Above, the stars wheel in their own spirals. Earth and sky hum together, connected by lines no modern tool can erase. That wasn't random art. That was a circuit, cosmic energy flowing, prayers charged into the fabric of the universe. If the Nazca Lines are a celestial circuit board, then the desert is not dead land. It's a living machine, silent until we learn how to read it. And maybe, just maybe, it's still switched on, waiting for us to remember the code.